Hello friends, welcome again. Friends, in this video, today we are going to discuss what a character is in literature. Friends, this video is specially for those who are the new learners of literature, for those who have taken new admission as a student of English literature. Because, friends, when we are studying literature, we come across different terms, different words, which we must have clear idea about this. When we are studying literature, we come across the words like character, theme, plot, setting, and all. So, today we want to understand what a character is in literature. Friends, what is literature? Literature is the reflection of life and society. The author who writes literature, he first of all observes the society and he presents the same kind of life, he expresses the same kind of life in his literature, whether it is a play, a novel, a short story, or anything. Okay, so literature gives us realistic events of human life. Now, because there are some events, that's why there has to be some characters. Okay, the authors use different tools to express their point of view, their philosophy of life in literature, and character is one of the most important tools, okay, used by the authors to express the philosophy of life. So, what is a character? A character, in fact, in literature is a living person introduced in any work of art. Now, there are different types of characters as found in literature. The first pair of characters is dynamic character and static character. Dynamic means changing, which is moving, and static means something which is not changing. Okay, so what is a dynamic character? A dynamic character is a person introduced in literature, in novel, play, or poem, who changes during the course of the story. This dynamic character is also known as a developing character. Why? Because it keeps on changing. Another character is known as static character. Now, this static character remains stable, it does not change all throughout the whole story. Okay, even the events in the story, they do not make any change in the character's outlook, the character's perceptions, his habits, or the whole personality. It remains stable and unchanging. Next pair of characters that we find in literature is antagonist and protagonist. Okay, antagonist, in common terms, we call antagonist as a villain who is an opponent to the protagonist. A protagonist, in common language, we call this character as the hero or the heroine or the most important character. Both antagonist and protagonist, they are the major characters, they are the most important characters in literature. But this opponent of the protagonist, means the antagonist, he plays his role in the play, in the story, and his role is considered very important to bring about a kind of conflict in the play or the short story or novel. So, why? Because the element of conflict is very important in literature, and to bring this element of conflict, antagonist plays an important role. Protagonist, who is known as the hero or the major character, is in fact the main character around whom the whole action revolves, right? There are hundreds of events presented in a novel, say for example, but all events are centered around one character, the major character, the hero, who is known as the protagonist. Okay, and this character generally wins the sympathy and love of the readers. Third pair of characters that we find in our English literature is round character and flat character. Mostly, the major characters are considered as round characters. Why? Because they are well developed and complex characters, complex persons or figures in the story. They are more realistic and they demonstrate more depth in their personalities. They are the people, they are the persons with depth, with intelligence, and they are highly developed characters in the story. They can make surprising or sometimes puzzling decisions in the story, and they win the attraction and attention of the readers. But on the other hand, we have the flat character. These characters are mostly minor characters, and they do not change during the story. So you can say these flat characters are mostly the static characters. Also, these characters usually they reveal one or two personality traits. They do not have anything more to perform, to play the role in literature. So friends, I hope the term character is clear to you. Please like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.